Drummers Against imply timekeeping. This is Hats Off, Joe English. I wanted to have some fun and talk about a drummer who is not famous at all, but in my view, when I look back, I believe he's one of the greatest timekeepers ever. Joe English was the drummer for the band Wings, Paul McCartney's band after the Beatles. He had a great solo career, but then he went on to form Wings with his wife, Linda McCartney. Now, around 1975, Paul was recording Venus and Mars, which was his, I think, third album with his band. Now, there was some internal trouble with his drummer and guitar player, I think, and Paul McCartney had to let go his drummer, and I think guitar player as well. Now, the interesting thing was Chuck Leavell, who's kind of a famous keyboard player living in Macon, Georgia, had Joe English as his drummer. And I'd be very curious how Paul McCartney found out about this fellow. But I think he might have been in the area at the time recording. But as it turns out, Joe English joins Wings. And in 1976, Wings embarks on a gigantic North American tour. And they made a live album as well, Wings Over America. What's most interesting to me is Joe English unexpectedly joins Wings. And he turns out to be an extraordinary timekeeper. In fact, on a song on the album, Maybe I'm Amazed, which is a famous song from Paul McCartney's first solo album, the timekeeping on that song, live, 1976, Wings Over America, I think might be the greatest recorded version of timekeeping by a drummer in any style of music I've ever heard. And he's really an unknown player. Nobody could ever think back about Joe English and say, my God, but I want to let a lot of drummers know who this guy is, and I want you to go on YouTube and listen to Maybe I'm Amazed, live, 1976, Wings. Because he has a quirky style. He was a left-handed drummer on a right-handed drum set. And by coincidence, just like Ringo, he was a left-handed drummer on a right-handed drum set who had extraordinary time. So McCartney must have known these things when he heard him play. And I want to give a hats off to this guy, Joe English. His timekeeping ability is something that I want every drummer in any style of music to listen to. And he's not really an extraordinary technician. He's kind of a quirky player. The fills are weird and various things, but the time is great. All right, so check out Joe English with Wings Over America. Hats off to that guy. Last I heard, he's in North Carolina, and I wish him well. And if for some reason he would ever see this video, to contact me. But I want younger drummers to know that the key to your playing isn't how many beats that you can play per minute with your hands or feet. The key is the ability to play time and get creative with it. And this is another one of these guys nobody knows about, and I want to share with you. Joe English. If you have any questions regarding anything on my channel, you can contact me on twitter.com/drummersagainst, facebook.com/drummersagainst implied timekeeping. And you guys coming in for the first time, I'd like you to go through my entire catalog of videos to understand what I'm teaching. And of course, subscribe. Your subscription is the support, and I always appreciate that. And those of you who come into my channel and want to know what's going on, thank you always. But I'm doing these hats off to specific drummers because they are unheralded and they should be known. And again, Joe English is a great example of that. So keep me posted on what you're doing. I have things planned here on the technical side, and I hope you like those as well. But this is Hats Off Joe English. Please go listen to Maybe I'm Amazed, and just behold phenomenal timekeeping. All right? My best for all of you to look in, and let's keep the whole thing going. Take care.